Watching this film as a kid, I think, as far as I can remember, it was the first time that I ever really noticed the degree to which a film score is responsible for the emotional salience of a film, how captured emotionally you are by a film and its characters and its plot line. So I was like, who is this guy? Who wrote this music? And from there, I kind of began to be much more interested in film scoring and who these guys are. So it's nice now to be coming back to this theme and doing a tutorial for it. I will begin, as usual, by playing through the first little section of music, maybe 10-15 seconds, and then we'll start from the top, and I'll show you exactly how you can learn it yourself. So here goes the theme from Schindler's List. This is as good a place as any to stop. Deceptive cadence there, before eventually getting to the cadence, the perfect cadence. All right, so at the beginning of this tutorial, I'll try and cover as much as I can in the first 10 minutes, but the full thing in all its glory will be in my library. There is a free trial, so you can give it a shot. It's completely risk-free. If you like it, stick around. All right. So we'll begin with the left hand. Let's get the simple things out of the way first before we deal with the melody. So we're in G minor, and we begin with a rolled open G minor triad, right? This is G minor. You take the middle note, put it up an octave higher. That gives you an open G minor. And everything that I'm about to tell you with regard to what chords you roll and which ones you don't, I would say that that's largely up to you, right? What you think sounds good. This arrangement that I have in front of me, they make some choices, which ones to roll and which ones to not. By the way, rolling means this versus solid, you know? And so I'm going to give it to you as it is on the page, but just know that, you know, this piece was written for violin and orchestra, and so it's an arrangement for piano. A little bit more, you can be a little bit more liberal in the way that you choose to tackle some of the left-hand material, rolled or not. Cool. So it's not in stone, but this is where we begin. We begin with rolling G minor from bottom to top. Once it's done, you should be holding the bottom notes, but you'll have the pedal down, so if you can't manage it, just make sure that you pivot freely on the second finger so you can reach up the B flat without stretching or tightening up too much. And then we have a few more B flats on their own, 3 of them. And there's your first bar. Simple enough. The piece is in 4/4 time. So if I was to count this out, we'd have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and that's it. A useful thing also to notice is whenever you begin a roll, it's the final note of the roll that coincides, that aligns with the downbeat or the beat itself, wherever it happens to be. So it's not 1, it's 1 and 2, right? It's on the top of the rolled chord. Next, drop down C minor, open position, 5, 2, and 1. This one is solid, not rolled, but as I said, it's up to you. You can roll it or not. Next, 5, 2, 1. Thumb travels up to an A. Lift everything. Next. either roll here or solid. I think I might prefer solid here. 5, 3, 1, rolled or not. Connect the 1 to 2. And then connect the 2 to 1 and 5. And there's your second bar. Don't worry about the counts for now. Make sure you have all of these moves and positions. Once more, that's next. Thumb. Like that. And you'll notice that I do a little bit more on the top notes because it is melodic, right? The bottoms are supportive, the bottom 2 here. And what is melodic about the left hand here is this descent. With the counts, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and the same thing now with the rolled chord on this stacked fifth. So we'd have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and just choose whatever sounds better to you or what you have to do. I know sometimes these chords are too wide for some hands that might be smaller. If it's too wide, just roll it. Just roll. Just get comfortable rolling and pivoting freely. Don't be tight. All right, stitch that with the previous bar with the counts. And 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that's what you're after. Play it as slowly as you want. Feel free to slow this video down as well. Just make sure you're not tight on any of these wider chords. Do your best to be as limber as loose as possible. Now the right hand, the melody. We have a D, which is our pickup that leads us into the beginning of the bar and the melody proper. So D leads to 5, 2, 5, 2. Next. 5. Slide down to 5 as well. So with one finger. Next. 3, 1. That's your first bar. All of these notes are eighths. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and next switch to 4 on B flat. So that's 4, 1. Lift, arrive on 3, 1 at the same time. Notice that the third finger is louder than the thumb. The third finger carries the melody to 4 and then to 5. And then the F travels up to an F sharp while you hold the pinky down. Lift, connect. Notice that 3, 4, 5 are completely connected while the thumb is free to lift and arrive on F without any connection. And then 1 connects to 2. That's our opener. Straightforward. And then putting it together is, once you've learned it hand separately, it's actually quite straightforward, because from a rhythmic point of view, all we have is some combination of eighths and quarters, very regular. So we begin with the pickup. The left hand begins the roll, and this is where the hands align on the first beat. The top of the roll. 1, right? So 1 and 2 and next 3 and 4 and essentially what you have is 2 notes in the right hand for every 1 note in the left. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and next together. Simple enough. Together, right hand. Next, find the position in both the hands. Together. Slide in the left. Together. And then chords align. Together. And again, wherever you decide you want to roll, just make sure that the top of the roll aligns with the right hand. Left hand alone. Together. There's your first phrase. So once more. Move. Left alone. Together. I could have done that better. Connecting the 1 to 2 in the right hand. Yeah, that sounds better. All right. Let me do that once more with the pedaling. So start with the pedal down. The whole bar, the whole opening bar is really in G minor, so we don't have to change anything there. And then change, 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 change. And there's your first main phrase, or first part of the main phrase. Then we continue. So on and so forth. And let's carry on into the next part of the tutorial. So join me over there and let's carry on. Once you have these first little pieces in hand, the rest of the piece becomes significantly easier, because really the interaction between the hands tends to carry through. It's generally quite similar. You know, lots of eighths in the right hand, quarters in the left. Pretty straightforward. All right, so I'll see you in just a bit. See you soon.